So, Sopranos Night this Saturday at Campanelli Stadium with special guest Steve Schirripa. And I'm joined by Steve Schirripa right now, known for his role as Bobby on The Sopranos, as well as many other roles. First of all, Steve, thank you so much for joining me.
Sure thing, buddy. Happy to be here.
So, we'll face off this Saturday at 7 p.m. versus the Lake Erie Crushers. Tickets available now at brocktonrox.com. You can call us as well. Regular tickets available, as well as VIP meet and greet tickets. We got a full day of festivities slated, a pregame picnic. Steve will throw out the first pitch and hang out with the Rocks faithful with Willie Boy as well by his side. First of all, Steve, how's Willie Boy doing?
Willie Boy's great. Willie Boy's in Rhode Island at the moment, but and I'm in New York, but he will be there. He's a veteran at this, and my wife will throw out the first pitch. I will catch it. Willie Boy will be on the field.
Awesome.
They'll
Okay.
be chasing balls. Willie Boy's good. Willie Boy became very famous over the years.
So, like you said, Steve, you've traveled around a few different ballparks now in your time. I'm assuming you're a big baseball fan, but just how did this all start, and what's your favorite story so far from your time in minor league ball?
Well, I mean, first of all, I was way back, way back before you were born, maybe before your father was born. I was a season ticket holder in Vegas for the AAA. They were the Las Vegas Stars. It was the Padres AAA team. A lot of guys on that team uh, made it to the majors. I think the Alomar brothers were there, and Kevin McReynolds, and a bunch of guys. And I enjoyed minor league baseball. I enjoyed Major League Baseball also. I go to a lot of games, but so that's where it started. And I like the hometown feel. I like the smaller stadiums. I like the guys. Like we did a thing out in Somerset a few weeks ago, and last year, Jazz Chisholm was there for the Yankees rehabbing. Last year we did it. Dominguez, who's now with the Yankees, we met him last year. We did a thing there. This year was bobblehead night. And also I met Spencer Jones, George Lombard Jr. They're two hot prospects. So, we did the New York Boulders last year.
Yeah.
And that was great. We had a lot of fun there, a lot of fun. So also in independent minor league ball, there's some great players that just haven't been found or discovered yet. So it's always interesting to see, where they go from here. A lot of times, like not unlike acting, it's you got to catch a break, right place, right time. A lot of
Yeah.
times, I'm sure there's a lot of positive of it. There's a lot of baseball players that just didn't get the right opportunity. They were with the wrong team, wrong circumstance that could have and should have been great major leaguers. So I'm looking forward Saturday to see who's next here.
Absolutely. Did you have you ever played a role in any sort of baseball film, or have you ever wanted to? Yeah.
No, I never did. I was offered something in a baseball film, but as a bartender. Uh, no, I never did. I never did.
Is there? Oh, go ahead.
I had a little clip in The Sopranos where I played basketball. I played basketball in college. I had a little clip, but never. I don't think I ever played baseball. Not yet. Maybe.
Okay. So that kind of leads into my next question of, is there any sort of dream role in your head that you haven't been able to do yet that you're looking to in the future, or anything that sticks out that you want to do?
Not really. I'll be honest. I'm kind of. I'm halfway. I don't want to say retired, but I just did a movie with the Buffalo Bills, a Hallmark movie, Christmas movie. A lot of the Bills players are in it. And we shot at Hallmark Stadium. Was it Not Hallmark Stadium? Highmark Stadium, and that was fun. Shooting in the stadium, being on the field. That was a lot of fun. I'm not that big a football fan, but that was fun. There's not really anything. I've been doing this for quite a while.
Yeah.
I've done okay. If something good comes along, fine. If not, that's fine.
So something you did do recently was the rewatch of The Sopranos. And did you ever think that a rewatch of, a show that you've done would be something that was so popular? And did you find yourself remembering things that you had forgotten?
Oh no. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah. Well, we did a podcast. We started it in 2020 during COVID, and we went through every scene of every episode. It's called Talking Sopranos. It's on YouTube. It's on HBO Max. Uh, we just did one actually. It came out today. The first one we've done in since December of 21. We did one episode today, just a little catch-up episode. You could catch it on YouTube, Talking Sopranos. There was a lot, so I hadn't watched it since the show had been on. So there was a lot of stuff that I forgot. So we watched it sometimes two times, three times, took notes, stop, start. It was very difficult. So it's a very complicated show. So it's not like, an easy breeze. Oh, yeah, that's fine. So you go, you stop, you start, then you remember stories. Hey, I remember that day we shot this, we shot that. It was cold, it was hot. This happened behind the scenes. So, yeah, that was a good thing about the podcast. You got two guys that were actually there, not two people talking about it. We were actually there, the two of us. So there was a lot of that, sure. And as a new generation, guys your age are watching The Sopranos, and kids in their teens and their 20s. So there's a whole new group of people watching it all over the world.
Yeah. Tell me if you get asked this all the time. I'm sure you do, but I have to ask what in your opinion happens to Tony at the end there? What's your take on it?
For many years I thought he was alive and well. But after doing the podcast and interviewing people and talking to people, I think he died. I think
Okay.
Tony Soprano died. I think his family's okay, but I maybe I'll switch back. We'll never know.
Yeah. What
We
changed your
will never
mind?
know.
What changed your mind? Was it something in particular?
There was clues, kind of. I think there was some clues, and listen, I could be wrong. I don't think anyone knows. I don't think the creator knows. Uh, but I think he died. I kind of think there's no. I don't know who killed him, but I don't think there's any other way. I think that's it. But I don't know.
Are
But
there
the show ended, what, 17 years, 2007, so 18 years ago, and people are still talking about it.
every day?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we just had First Responders Night here in Campanelli Stadium. And you also played Anthony on the Blue Bloods, a retired detective. I was just curious, what kind of input do you guys get from actual first responders, if any, when you're developing a show like that? And yeah, do they play a role in kind of how to, play a character like a detective?
Oh, absolutely. I wasn't there from the beginning, so how they created it, but they used technical advisors, and we had a great one, a guy named Jim Nusiforo, who was a first responder. Uh, he was a detective in New York for 24, 25 years, and he was there from day one. So he's the guy that the writers go to, and as they're writing an episode, they'll say, well, I have this idea. Can this happen? How can I make this happen? Would this really happen in real life? What would he say in this scene? And myself, who have played cops, but not really knowing that much, I used them extensively. How to hold a gun, how to shoot a gun, how to hold your badge. There was a scene where I had a cup of coffee in a crime scene. I didn't know that. Never have a cup of coffee at a crime scene, which makes perfect sense. I don't know what I was thinking, but you don't walk in drinking a cup of coffee, and just little things like that. Your badge, you keep your badge here, you wear it around your neck, put it on your coat. You know how to flash the badge. What do you say? So, oh yeah, it's a must, and that's on every big movie. That's on every, especially a cop show. But The Sopranos had technical advisors when they did all the court scenes. DAs and stuff like that. You got to get all that lingo down, lawyer lingo and DA stuff. So sure, on most every show, they use people.
For a show as big of a budget as that one, is it like a team of advisors or is it really you guys just kind of rely on one person for
Well,
any?
he was one guy. At times, uh, just him. But at times, he would bring in somebody else, maybe with more expertise at something. But just one guy, and it's a tough job, a responsible job, because when you want a New York City cop or any cop, when he turns on the TV to go, wow, this is for real. These guys good, because then sometimes you watch a show, you go, well, that'll never happen. What are they doing here? This is fantasy. I mean, don't forget it is TV, but you want it to look as realistic as you can.
Okay. So like you said, I guess you just filmed the another episode for the Sopranos Catch-Up podcast, talking Sopranos. You said that was your first episode you guys have done in 4 years?
Yeah, 4 years.
Okay.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So I know you were saying that having those conversations will bring some memories back for you. Is there anything that's been on your mind lately from that last episode you guys just had, or a memory that's sticking out to you from your time filming the show?
Once I'm removed from it, when you're doing it, I'm not saying you don't appreciate it, but you're so tied up in other things. And then as you step away, as the years go by, it's pretty remarkable that being a part of something like that, because that's kind of a once in a lifetime thing. You know, it's it's not going to happen again. That whole group of people and the writing and the acting, and we all became very close friends and going through that ride together. So as a whole, it becomes a really good memory, a good time in my life. I was there from '99 to 2007, so it was 8 years. So it was a good time. I remember things. Getting a job. I was on two other long running series. They were great, but it's just not the same as this one.
What do you think separated The Sopranos from that allowed it to just withstand the test of time? Is it just lightning in a bottle? Was there one specific thing that you think the show did just so well?
I think it's the writing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's always the writing. The writing and getting that group of actors together. You know, uh, I think everyone in their role was very authentic. You believe them. When you break down acting, you could get all convoluted, but what does it come down to? Do you believe this guy as a gangster? Do you believe this guy as an FBI agent, a cop? Do you believe him as a doctor? Right? And I think everyone believed, the actors, and the writing was just incredible. And the writing holds up. It's not corny. It's not something you watch shows from the past and you go, "Oh boy, this was great," 30 years ago, but it's not great now. The writing, besides the phones and the cars and stuff, I think the writing holds up like it was written yesterday.
Okay. Um, so my last question here based on Sopranos, just I think like there's some cultural crossover between not a lot, but some cultural crossover between uh Bobby and yourself, Steve Schirripa, just based on the roots. Do you ever try or did you ever try and incorporate some of your personality or who you are into the character that you played, or are those entirely two separate people?
Bobby was a nice guy, a really nice guy. I don't know. It's a good question. I grew up around those people. I grew up in a neighborhood that at the time there was a lot of those guys around, so I knew that world. Uh, Bobby was kind of a simpleton. Uh, I wore a fat suit the first couple years. Then I guess I must have got fat enough on my own, and they let me get rid of it. But I mean, at the beginning when you first meet them, stomach's out to here. Uh, I guess there's a little bit of every character. There's a little bit of you in every character, I guess. Unless you're Christian Bale or Gary Oldman and you just become a entirely different person. And those guys are wonderful. Where they just you go, oh my God, I didn't even know that was him. But I guess there's a little bit of everybody in the character. It's all in the writing, though.
Last question, Steve. I'm assuming you're a big Yankees fan. Would that be a fair
Yeah,
guess? Or okay.
Nick
Um,
fan, Nick fan.
awesome. Okay. So I know I saw the Schirripa jersey behind you last time. Are you a big collector? Do you have any big memorabilia that you really write home about or are really happy that you have in your collection?
I don't. I'm not a collector. I just over the years have gotten stuff.
Okay.
I mean, I never seek anything out. I've never bought anything, but years ago in Vegas, the minor league team would come to town, and they had a major league weekend.
Okay.
So I don't know. I got Barry Bonds bat.
Wow.
Yeah, I got Alex Rodriguez bat.
Wow.
I got I don't know, I got a lot of Soprano stuff that I just kept. That was my personal stuff. Derek Jeter, we got a Derek Jeter ball that he signed. There was the World Series ball uh, where he fouled off. Just things that have just come about. I don't have anything that I seeked out.
Awesome. Okay. I mean,
I would have liked. I was a big Bill Russell fan. I would have liked the Bill Russell. He didn't sign much.
uh,
Uh, I kind of like stuff from people that I know or
yeah.
are friends with.
If there's one thing you could get you don't have, like a sign ball or from anyone in particular, is there one you'd really want?
I don't know.
I mean,
Uh,
yeah, I'm assuming you got a pretty good collection, so
I got some stuff. Yeah, I got some things. I don't know exactly, or what I got. To be honest, some of them I don't even know. I got Joe Torre ball. I got a Sandy Koufax.
wow,
That's I got
nice.
a Sandy Koufax. He signed it to me. I was a
Awesome.
Sandy Koufax fan. We went to the same high school many years apart. That's the one thing that I like. I mean, I don't ask anyone for autographs, and I got a picture with Frank Sinatra. So there we go. You don't know who Frank Sinatra is, do you?
Of course I do. I'm a huge Frank Sinatra fan.
Oh, I met him a few times, and I got a picture with him. So
That okay. That's that one I am incredibly jealous about. Awesome. So Sopranos Night this Saturday at Campanelli Stadium with special guest Steve Schirripa. Steve, thank you so much for joining me.
okay,
Uh,
pal. We'll see you Saturday.
of course, be sure to check out Talking Sopranos on YouTube as well, guys. So we'll see you Saturday, Steve. Thank you so much.
Everybody, thank you.
Yep.